you.
I think that the issue is that I think that we've become obsessed. We've become so good at utilizing technology that we've adapted too much of our lives around ourselves, and we've come to this like understanding that all forms of friction are bad. And I think that when you eliminate all forms of friction, you eliminate people's abilities to adapt to the world. So it becomes a thing where it's like, you know, could I go out and meet some friends? Like, you know, I don't want to. I'd rather the problem is that like right now there are easier options for every single social thing that I, you know, don't have to do. Like, oh, I could go out with friends, or I could stay home and watch TV. And when I watch TV, it's and think about TV today, right? It's not even like, is there anything good on TV, or do I have to go out and like hang out with friends? It's like, yeah, it's like I can scroll through an infinite amount of right now. Like if I go back like 15 years ago, like my options on a Friday or Saturday night are there's like 3 or 4 people that I know that have parties every weekend that I can go to their house, or I can stay home and play StarCraft. Like those are my options.
You're
nowadays
still pointing the fault on the individual. That's what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
no, 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 no. I'm not putting the fault on it. I'm saying that people have access now to infinite dopamine buttons in front of them. That now you have to compete with TikTok. You have to compete with Reddit now when you want to find something else to do in your life. It's the same thing with the obesity crisis. I don't think the obesity crisis has happened.
Hold on. Hold on.
No, I don't think so.
Is it because I'm a boomer? Like I don't understand. Like you guys know the internet is not real. Like this is real life.
It's about it existed before the internet. So
hold on. It's not about the internet. It's about convenience, and the internet is the ultimate convenience. But there are other things that have made our life more convenient.
But if we're engaging that loneliness existed before the internet, the trends started before the internet.
Yeah, because I think the trends have been as technology has progressed. The internet is just the next stage of that technology. Cell phones are the next stage of that technology.
So here's an idea. Here's an idea. There were sedentary people who were unhealthy before the internet came around. With the advent of the internet and the ability to sit in front of a screen all day and be entertained, sedentary people and unhealthy habits have exponentially risen as a result. One can acknowledge something existed before, and also acknowledge the ways that technology and cars and all these things has made people generally unhealthier in their day-to-day habits. You understand?
Like as like a random personal funny example, like there are times you could like people would sit in front of the TV for a long time when I was a kid, but sometimes you're in front of the TV and your favorite show ended, and then there's nothing good on TV. It's like, fuck, well, let's go outside. There's nothing else to see, right? Nowadays that will never happen. I've got infinite content everywhere.
So that's my issue. Okay, so in my bubbles, like that's what we're all doing in this small town. We all hang out. We have like potlucks. We are making an effort because we know there's an issue with loneliness.
But you're the exception.
Brittany, you just said it. You live in a small town in a completely secluded area. Your experience has nothing to do with a metropolitan experience. It's like you're sitting here. It's like
they're much easier.
Exactly. Right. Literally, your mere existence is an indication of why you live a different life. Like if you sit here, you're like, I don't understand inner city gun violence. I wouldn't expect you to. Your population's 10,000. Okay.
First of all, 6,000.
Okay, but you understand. So you gotta understand.
I only lived here 3 years ago. I lived in Seattle for 5 years. I was in it. I was going to events every fucking night after working, and there was community. There was people, but we went to our niches. We were all lonely, wall-sitting flowers who eventually went to be social. But the issue was that we were putting all of that pressure on our friends. People were burdening their friends with all of their trauma instead of understanding that your friends are also, when you have close intimate friends, you can't just put that on random people you meet at the dungeon, right? Or the bowling alley. Like you have to think about why you want to